Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I thought of making a video on all the plants that I own, and I almost have around 18 plants in the house. So thought it would be a great idea to just show you how they're doing and what are the details of these plants. So most of them which I've got from a company called Easy Plant. They have self-watering mechanism in their plants, and my experience has been really great. And this is not in any way a promotion, but just about my experience with the plants from this company. The one that I'm showing you right now is called a parlor palm, and I have actually three of them in great condition. This one is the lushest, and so I thought of starting this video with this. I'm just reading out some of the important things or information about this particular plant. As you can see, it's really doing well. So let me read out something. It's collected since the Victorian era. Um, Methane Bella palm has been historically loved and desired, traditionally displayed as a centerpiece of the most impressive room in the house, the parlor, giving it the nickname the parlor palm. Okay, so we learned something new. Native to the rainforest of Mexico and Guatemala, parlor palm elegantly thrives where others can't, making it a perfect palm for bringing tropical magic inside. Parlor palm grows best in space with bright indirect light and can also adapt to spaces with medium to low light. Avoid placing it in spaces without natural light or with direct sunlight. So this particular area of the house doesn't get direct light, and I think it's a perfect place. I think that the plant is super happy staying here. I want to show you the other one, which was actually the first parlor palm that I bought, and unfortunately it was not doing very well because of spider mites. It was attacked by spider mites and it had a very rough start, but now it's doing good. So let me switch to that one. So this is my second parlor palm which I was referring, which was hit by a group of really dangerous spider mites. They had encroached almost every other leaf, so I had to cut it down. I had to prune it really hard, but it's a resilient tree, so it came back. It's doing well now. So if I give a closer look, as you can see, it's having two new leaves coming up, and wanted to show you this blossoming of flowers. So what I heard from Easy Plant is that this is not very a regular thing that happens to parlor palm. It just shows that it's doing well. It's thriving well in the area that it's sitting in. And as you can see, it's next to a window, but there is no way that it can get a direct sunlight. So from light perspective is good, and since it's an Easy Plant, the watering, it's a self-watering plant, so that happens pretty regularly. So this is my second parlor palm, and let's move on to the next one. This is one of my favorite plants and one of the very initial plants that I bought. It's called Aglaonema Beauty. As you can see, it has hint of green, and majorly it's pink in color. There was a new leaf which literally opened up yesterday, and you can see that it slowly will be turning into pink. It's when these new leaves come up, they are white, and then they start getting this color. On the boundaries they get the green shade, and inside they have this dark pink color. This plant, it's almost like it's been around 3 years that I have it, and it's been doing well. It lost a couple of leaves because they were old. As you can see, the bottom part of it has a little sparsely present leaves, so that's because some of them were old and they were just lost, I think, a couple of months back. However, the plant is doing well, and I hope that it just flourishes. This is another favorite plant of mine. It just adds up, it just brings up the whole place to a next level. It's a rubber plant. As you can see, it has this bright green leaves, which look so pretty. And just to read out a couple of things about this plant, it's native to Southeast Asia. The tropical rubber tree, also known as Ficus burgundy, loves warmth and sun. In Feng Shui, its round-shaped leaves are known to soften up the space, and it's believed to bring good fortune and wealth. That's questionable. Historically, its milky white sap was used by ancient civilization to produce rubber. Oh, that's something new. Rubber tree grows best in space with bright, direct light, where the sunlight streams inside directly, and can also adapt to spaces with bright, indirect light, where the sun rays are diffused. Avoid placing it in spaces with low light or space without natural sunlight. So as you can see, this is a really bright spot, a perfect spot for a rubber plant, and it's been doing pretty well. From the down there, this part, there were some leaves which had dropped because they were old, and I'm planning to probably prune this tree so that it branches out, because you can see it's going in two opposite directions. So the best thing would be to prune it, and the good thing about rubber plant is that it propagates. The branch which I will cut out, I can actually create a new plant out of it. So that's a pretty cool feature about it. Let's have a look at the other rubber plant that I have. This plant is another variation of rubber plant. It's called Ficus ruby. The other plant that you saw, the rubber plant, it was lush green, dark green. This particular variation of rubber plant has a pink and green combination of the leaves, the color on the leaves. And just to read out a few things, it's an exquisite plant with large rubbery leaves. The Ficus ruby is best known for its extraordinary variegated foliage, streaked with shades of pink and red against a vibrant green. It adds the perfect pop of color for any space. Native to tropical zones of Malaysia and India, the Ficus ruby thrives in warm, humid environments, so be sure to keep it somewhere cozy to make it feel at home. And what better place than the bedroom to keep it. Ficus ruby grows best in space with bright direct light, and can also adapt to spaces with bright indirect light. So this is a perfect space for it, because the windows, it's a east facing window, so it does get bright light in the morning, which I believe is very good for it. And then throughout the day, the rooms remains quite bright, so I believe it's the best spot for it. And also I thought that having the black pot will give a different kind of look to the whole room. It brings up something different than just white. So yeah, that's the second ruby or rubber plant that rather I have. This is again one of my favorite plants. It's the money tree. I have two of them, and just to read out some of the information about it, it's though native to Mexico and Southern America, money tree rose to fame in East Asia, where it's cultivated as one of the luckiest ornament and symbolizes prosperity. Its trunk is believed to hold within its folds good fortune, and its palmate leaves resemble open hand, offering great abundance. It best in a space with bright and direct light, where the sun rays are diffused, and can also adapt to spaces with bright direct light. Avoid placing in spaces with low light or spaces without natural sunlight. But one very important thing about this plant is it's very resilient. Like I do hard prune it. Looking at these leaves, I think it's now for time to prune it again. But it's really resilient. It just pops another branch, great leaves every time I prune it. And never ever has it given any kind of tantrums to me. So, and again, a great looker, a great tree to have in your house. This is our good old snake plant. as you might be aware, it's very difficult to kill this plant. Once watered, it just stays for weeks and weeks together. It doesn't need a lot of watering, and you can see the leaves, they resemble a snake, and probably that's where the name comes from. And it has great qualities. Like, I think one of the things that the purification properties of this plant, which makes it a good plant to have in the bedroom, or rather I would say anywhere in the home. And it's always green, so you don't have to worry about the color, and it's easy to maintain. You don't have to look at it every now and then. So a great plant to have. Again, it's from Easy Plant, so I just water it once, and to be honest, it doesn't dry up very pretty fast. So I don't think I sometimes water it for even 2 months, and you can see how well it is, even with that kind of watering schedule. This plant is called Anthurium, and it's native to Americas and Caribbean. The tropical evergreen beauty brings out the best and brightest in any space it inhabits. Thanks for its long-lived, heart-opening charm, Anthurium is the quintessential symbol of generosity and kindness, making it a perfect gift for those who love the most. So I decided to gift it to myself. Anthurium grows best in space with bright indirect light, so possibly the best place for it because it gets good amount of indirect light from here, and it can adapt to places with bright direct light as well. One thing which I want to bring up about this plant is the red flowers that it gives. Those are real beauty. They are dark burgundy red color flowers. Unfortunately for this plant, for a very long time, almost year and a half, no flower has blossomed here, but I'm hopeful that this year I should be able to see something. I've been giving it the correct fertilizer, so hopefully it will flourish and it will give a nice red flower to me at some point this year. This is my Norfolk Island pine. This again is a very sturdy plant. I have been having this for I think almost an year or 2 years rather, because 2 last Christmases I have actually decorated it, and it's been serving as my Christmas tree. It's native to South Pacific, and it's a tropical beauty and plant lovers' favorite, famous for its role in the as the mini Christmas tree. So I was right, I was doing the right thing. Its delicate needle branches are just as and guarantee keeping any space cherry and charming year round. Norfolk Island pine grows best in a space with bright indirect light, where the sun rays are diffused, and can also adapt to spaces with bright direct light, where the sunlight streams inside directly. So this place actually, it's an east facing window, and morning sun, there is a direct sunlight which comes in the morning. So I think it's doing well. It's not a very fast growing plant, but it's been really healthy, and no issues whatsoever with this plant. So this plant has its own story, its own struggles. It's a croton mammy, and when it first arrived, I think 2 years back, it had shed all its leaves. It was a lush, dense kind of plant. However, it's very famous about croton as well, that if you change the location, it first drops all its leaves. So that exactly what happened with this tree as well. It lost all its leaf. I was thinking that probably because at that time I didn't know much about it. Gradually, when I started checking with people, reading online, I got to know that if there is a change of place for this tree, it gets a shock, and it tries to save itself by losing all its leaves. So that's exactly what happened, and then I had prune it because there was nothing coming out of it. So eventually, last year it popped a couple of leaves, and as you can see, it's doing great. One of the things that happens to this plant, if at any point it doesn't have enough water, it droops all its leaves, giving you an indication that it needs water. It's thirsty. And that's what exactly happened last night as well. I didn't water it for like almost a month, and when I saw it last night, I was amazed that it all was like all the leaves were drooping down. And so I give it nice water, and this morning you can see that it's bright and doing pretty well. So a couple of information pointers for it. It's bold and beautiful. Croton Mammy is by far the most picturesque plant friend. Native to India and Malaysia, it wears a vividly contrasting pattern in a range of colors on its plentiful, narrow and curling leaves, from deep purple and fiery reds to bright yellow and neon greens. It grows best in a space with bright indirect light where the sun rays are diffused, and can also adapt to spaces with bright indirect light where the sunlight streams inside. Oh, there is a printing mistake. So where the sunlight streams directly inside the house. So I have placed it in a place where it gets good amount of direct sunlight. That's the place where I put it. But I think it's adapted well, and there is also good amount of new growth in this plant. So I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully it stays healthy and grows into a much lush green tree. This plant is called Dracena lemon lime. Its its neon yellow and green leaves create a rosette formation that's as vibrant and wonderful as a fruit it's named after. This particular plant I have placed in my entrance. It looks really pretty in this area. And again, this has been a tree with zero tantrums. It didn't give me any problems, and it looks absolutely pretty in this location. It's let's read out some more information about it. It grows best in a space with bright indirect light where the sun rays are diffused and can adapt to spaces with bright direct light. So this particular place is west facing area, and it does not get a direct light, but it's a nice and bright spot. So this is one of, again, my favorite plants. All my plants are my favorite, but this one looks extraordinary in the entrance.